So now the next thing is what we have to integrate the fourth component, that is the WAN edges basically. So like any component we want to integrate, first thing is what we have to first check what the device basically the underlay is, whether the device is online, whether the device is normally reachable. So that we already tested, right? If you guys remember, I already tested from DC1 like that. Let us quickly do a ping to the controllers, especially we manage vbond at them right now. Ping 192.168.0.211. Yes, vbond. So always test the underlay because underlay has to be there. So once the underlay is there, now what is next basically? So if you see now, I will go where again to the configuration menu. You remember we had gone for the controllers also in the devices menu. So here also again devices menu is common for all types of all the components. And by default it always shows us what the WAN edge list. Do you see any WAN edge here? No, you see no data available, not a single WAN edge is available. But when I click the controllers, I can see all the three controllers are there. But when I click the WAN edge, the WAN edge is not there. Okay. So what is to be done now? Hold on.
We have to integrate them.
Yeah, we have to integrate them. But before that, to integrate, let me. Now these WAN edges basically are what, like routers, and routers basically, we require what, licensing now for the routers. For routers, we require what, licensing. And if you guys remember that for licensing, what I said, customer need to have what, a serial file, license serial file from Cisco. So that was basically our, let me go to the lab section. I said we'll come back to that file. So let us open now. I'm going to open lab 2. How to create the serial file basically. We can't actually see because I don't have that login, but I will at least show you these steps. And from the PDF, you have to understand this thing. Like see how to create the license file basically. You should have a smart control credit. The customer should have this Cisco smart account credentials. Customer smart account credentials you need to create. Once a customer goes in for Cisco VIPTEL SD-WAN solution, they can create this customer smart account like that with Cisco. So once you have this Cisco smart account like that, then what you have to do? You have to connect to Cisco software central portal. So there is basically, you can search on the Cisco website. There will be Cisco software central portal basically. Let us test that also now. See, you have something called as what, Cisco software central portal. This link here to one has to connect. Cisco software central like that. Plug and play portal. Where is plug and play portal? This is where I'll get stuck, because this is where you need to have that customer smart account credentials.
Are you there, sir? Okay.
I'm just there. I'm just taking login. If I use my own like Cisco CCO, I can login, then it will not allow me. Okay, like that. It will not allow me to go into that plug and play portal basically. Like that. So we have to just simply understand, like once you connect basically, like you have to create a controller profile, and then in the control profile, as I said, no, you have to provide your profile name can be anything, but I've kept it like test lab organization name we have selected test lab. So whatever is your organization name, customer, they will have to put their organization name, what they want basically. And this profile has to be a vbond, and see here you have to specify the vbond IP 192.168.0.202/24, like that. You have to specify the vbond IP. So as I told you again, these two parameters, organization name and vbond IP, customer has to provide while creating the license file. And then you have to specify how many devices you are going to, like you have purchased basically. Customer has to specify how many devices, which particular model of devices you want the license, like that. So you specify like this. Suppose, let's say in my lab right now, what I have basically serial file I did not create. Somebody who had that customer account, he provided me this serial file, that guy. So I'm not basically the one who created, but this is how he has told me that this is how you have to do. You have to specify the organization name, you have to specify the vbond IP, and then you have to select the models, which hardware devices. Like in our lab environment basically, we'll be using only the vh cloud routers, because we are using simulation, we are not using the actual hardware. In a real environment, whatever the model of devices customer has purchased, he will specify here, like that. This list can be as big as it depends on the customer. It could be, instead of 100, it could be 100, instead of 8 it could be 100 basically. So this quantity the customer will specify, and then once you specify, what will happen. uh, a file will get generated, and the file, this is how the file name will be, serial file dot, the extension of this file basically will be what, biptela. The customer has to download this file, and once you download this file, you store wherever you like that. So I have that file. We cannot do this actual environment, okay, because this requires the customer Cisco smart account credentials. It's not normal CCO login. Normal CCO login will not allow you to do this, because it is ultimately like software related. So in software related, only the authorized customers only will have access, like that. Any normal Cisco CCO login will not work. but this is how it is. So this is just, you need to keep a reference. You have to just go to the software central portal, and inside that plug in play portal. So this, once you are inside the plug in play portal, then on the window itself you will see that you have to create a controller profile like that. And in the controller profile, you basically you select the software, what is the Viptela software you are going to use, what is the hardware devices you are going to use basically, and accordingly specify the some name for the controller profile, organization name, and IP address. You have to very carefully select and specify, because this will not be changed. This cannot be changed like that. Okay, so this is basically this was the lab 2 basically. We cannot practically do this. So assuming that we have, as I said, let's say we have done this now. So we have this, so I have this serial file with me basically. Okay, I have this serial file with me now. So how to now, you see here, when I come back here in the devices, the WAN edge list, basically you see what is there, it is blank. So you see here, there are one option is there, upload WAN edge list. Okay. So one thing is, what if you have downloaded that serial file, if you have that serial file with you, then you can select this link, or you see you have all like one more button is there, you see sync smart account. So if you click this also, it will take directly to there. See, it is going to ask, okay, what is your organization name, cannot change. So you have to provide the credentials like that. You have to provide the credentials. Now this credentials is not like this thing basically. We manage admin. This is basically the username password for the smart account basically. So one customer has to enter his username password here, and then once he click sync, then from his account itself, the serial file will be the list of the devices which he selected can get synchronized. So this is if he has not downloaded the file. If you don't have the file, you are not downloaded that serial file, then this is directly, it will take direct, you are basically directly connecting to Cisco website from over here. So we cannot do that also. So I have that file, somebody gave me that file, that is what I'm going to use. That's the reason the organization name, basically it is for testing training purpose only. So the name of the organization, that's the reason it is Test Lab SD-WAN. And the vbound IP, he has used a private IP 192.160.202. So now instead of sync account, I will click this upload WAN edge list. So when you see it is telling upload WAN edge list, browse, I have to specify where is the file. So I'll say browse. But I have to copy this first. Okay, let me see. Copy. Let me just for the time being paste it here. So I have pasted on this desktop this serial file. Now again I go to vmanage and I say upload, browse. I'll desktop, when I select, see this file, it is already showing serial file, whatever the name, the extension of the file is what, Viptela. Okay, it is, you cannot read it, basically it is encrypted file. If you try to open it using notepad, whatever, you are will not be able to understand the content. So it's an encrypted file from Viptela. So I select this file, I say open, and I say validate the WAN edge list and send to controller. So once I check this, all the controllers must understand that these are the WAN edges which will be basically getting added to the fabric. Is asking, are you sure you want to upload this serial file, Viptela? I say okay. So it is telling number of total VHs uploaded. So for training purposes, the guy who gave me this, he gave me like a serial file for around 10 devices, and you see now, 12 devices, and you see basically this VH list has been forwarded to all the controller vSmart VM. So everybody must know that what will be the WAN edges like that. So now again, if I go back to dashboard now, first thing you'll see now we'll go back to dashboard, and now you see here WAN edges over here on top, the counter is showing 0, but over here you see now it is telling how many WAN edges can be there as per this license file, 12. How many authorized? 12, but deployed 0 right now. So they have still not become part of the fabric. Part of the fabric means what? We should see over here like that. So but now we have authority, we have the license for 12 files. So now what are those 12 devices? So again I go to configuration, devices menu like this, and now you see there are basically all together like 8 VH cloud type of devices, and there are basically 4 CSR 1 kV device images basically. So this is CSR, basically this is Cisco image, and this is basically the VH image.
So basically these are different types of image. It's listed. These are the different kinds.
This is what we can use in a lab environment. But
exactly.
when we'll go actually further, then I will show you what are the other models of devices which are supported.
Okay.
Okay. These are only maybe a couple of things. There are maybe another maybe 50 different models are supported. Like that.
For that you require new file.
Yeah, because if you purchase that, or you say, okay, right now let's say this is CSR. Customer says no, they are going to purchase maybe ISR 4K WAN edges like that. So if they're purchasing ISR 4K WAN edges, so they have to select that particular model from their smart account. And then again they have to that profile, whatever that profile is there, that profile you have to keep on updating. As and when your inventory or adding new devices, you have to keep on updating your profile, and accordingly basically you have to keep on downloading that serial file like that. Or the other the other way is what Cisco has created, this direct sync smart account button is there. So right now maybe this is like, let's say 12 device. Suppose the customer has purchased now another 50 device. So what, instead of every time downloading and uploading, they can directly go and sync from here like that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So 2 ways a customer can upload the WAN edges. One way is what? You create the serial file, you log into Cisco smart account using your smart account credentials, you create the profile, you specify the organization name, the vBond IP address, and you define what is the hardware you are purchasing, everything, and then you downloaded that serial file. And if you have downloaded that serial file, then you come over here in vManage, configuration menu, devices menu, you say upload the WAN edge list, and you upload that file. And if you are not download, the other method is what? If you don't want to download from the Cisco account itself, you want to do from Cisco website, then you have this button called as sync smart account. If you sync smart account, if you have a valid Cisco customer smart account, then it will connect to your account, and from the account itself you can sync like that. So now you see these are the hardware, this is for lab, this serial file, this is the hardware which has been created, this is the chassis number which has been created for all these devices basically. So how many VH cloud devices we have? 6, 7, 8 like that. Okay. 5 here on 6, 7, 8 altogether. 8 VHs images are there. Now VH basically means what? This is the original Viptela image, whereas CSR basically this image is from where? Cisco product line. VH basically is from Viptela, whereas CSR is basically from Cisco product line. Okay, like that. You need to have the CSR routers, and those CSR routers must have SD-WAN enabled iOS. Please understand, guys. Okay, if you want to download have CSR 1K this images integrated, then your CSR image, this 1K V images must be SD-WAN. Not any CSR image will work. Okay, any CSR image will not work, any ISR image will not work. the ISR or the CSR or the ASR, whatever the models are there, those routers must have SD-WAN enabled iOS. So customer has to, Cisco customer support will tell you what will be the iOS image, what will be the version you have to download. That customer will get the help from the Cisco support basically. They have to take basically, because there are hundreds of models, as I said, hundreds of different models are supported. So there could be different iOS versions which might be there. So customer has to take help of Cisco support. They have to specify that okay, this is the hardware we are looking for buying for this many locations, and Cisco support will suggest to the customer what will be the iOS they need to download, and then that iOS needs to be upgrade. You have to upgrade on your hardware boxes, the actual devices in a real environment. Okay. And now you see here, you see here serial number, or second column you see is what? Token number. Okay, this serial number, token number, this token number is actually what? It's like an OTP, one-time password. This token number, this chassis number will not change. Chassis number remains same, but this token number will keep on changing. Okay, because it is only one. If once I use this token number, then it cannot be used second time. So it is like it's like an OTP, one-time password for registering the device. Okay. Any questions, guys?
Fine from.
So
No, sir.
okay, so I'll proceed further now. So
Yes.
let us go back to now. Which lab now? Lab number. We'll go to lab number 7 as per the blueprint. Now again, like before also, lab 4 I basically divided into two sections, 4A and 4B, initial configuration, and then finally the integration, like that. So same way for WAN edges also, we'll have first what WAN edges initial basic configuration. So I shared that PDF yesterday, guys. So this is the PDF for the WAN edges initial basic configuration. So task 1, see DC1. So DC1 we want to do. So again, like how we did underlay, we already there. So DC1 underlay is already there. What is the first thing we have to do? We have to do this one. We have to decide some this thing. What will be the system IP? What will be the site ID? What will be the host name? What will be the organization name? Organization name cannot be anything. These two parameters it is fixed. This host name can be anything, site ID can be anything, system IP can be anything. So same way like how we did on the controllers, over here also we have to do the same thing on our WAN edges. So I'll go to DC1 now. Okay, we'll go to the config mode. I go to which menu? System menu, like that. Over here, system IP. I think 10.122.1. VH. I think 151. This is the first WAN edge in one location. If you remember, I said from the first WAN edge in any location, IP address I want it what ending in 151. So DC, this is going to be DC1, means data center VH1. So I specify this system IP, or you have the PDF with you.
So it is like a system ID only, right? It is not a IP address. It's just a system ID.
System ID, yes.
Yeah.
But command is system IP.
Yes.
So,
so like we can give this as 1.1.1.
Yeah, it could be anything. Yeah, same like router ID in OSPF on our IG in our routing protocols.
Okay. Sir, one question I want to ask. Okay, that is irrelevant. Correct. But this is basically getting into a 32-bit address, right?
Yes.
So I cannot have more than 255 in the decimal number, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it is 32-bit, like almost 4 billion devices you can have. coming back to where I was here, DC1. So IP address is correct. Okay. Site ID. Now, as per the PDF, the site ID I have decided it is 1221 like that. Then host name, say I'm not going to do the host name. We'll correct the host name later on. So, but important is what? Organization name. Organization name has to be vBond IP. We have to be careful. 192.160.202. Is the vBond IP correct, guys? Yes. Commit, exit. Then where I need to go? I need to go inside what? VPN 0. In VPN 0, which is the interface now? The interface is basically now what? Not Ethernet, because this is a WAN router. So basically the interface is gigabit 0/0, or you can check from the topology what is the interface which is connecting to the iNet router. So DC1, if you see, it basically gigabit 0/0 is connecting to the iNet router. Correct, guys? Inside this, what I need to do? I need to go into the again tunnel interface. And now what Cisco Viptel is telling the customer about the the data plane. Will the data plane be secured? Will the data plane will be secured by default?
Yes.
Yes. And it will be secured by what technology? IPsec. Correct?
Yes. Yes.
Data plane will be secured by IPsec terms. So that's the reason I come to this channel interface, and over here I have to say encapsulation IPsec. First thing. Then allow services, all allow services, like how we did SSH, allow services, netconf, like that. So this task also we have to complete. So let's see the PDF again. Interface IP, that is already done. Underlay we already done. IPsec you have to do. Allowed services, yes. Netconf, this, and basic thing is what? Same way for DC2, DC, everybody is the same. So tasks, for all your 6 WAN edges, I have kept it like that in this lab. So one is enough for me to show you. So that is done.
Sir, between vEdge and the controller, the security is DTLS, right?
Yes,
or
yes.
IPsec.
Hold on. Okay.
That is the control plane.
Data plane will be IPsec. Okay. Data plane will be IPsec. Now, what are the other planes? Other planes are what? Control plane,
management plane,
and authentication. That is orchestration plane. Oh, for all this communication, it will be all
DTLS.
Okay. So when a WAN edge is talking to any of the controller, it will be what? DTLS. A controller talking to any other controller will be what? DTLS. Okay. Like that. Now,
so that we don't have to enable, sir?
No, because we already enable, if you remember it, when we defined the controllers, the controllers already selected the DTLS.
No, in the WAN edge, in the
WAN edge we'll see now how to do it.
Okay.
We don't have to define that. So DTLS is there. Now see, basically what we say, the controllers are considered as what? Like logically the controllers are basically like where? On top, right? And the data plane is usually where? Bottom. Data plane is usually considered as what? Like bottom, basically. If you're considering like layers, so data plane is the bottommost layer, correct? Like that. Now these controllers, so controller to controller communication can be there. Yes. And data plane to controller communication can also be there, right?
Yes.
This is called as what? north-south communication. Or it is sometimes also, if the WAN edge is communicating with the controller, then it is called as what? Northbound communication. If the controller is communicating with the data plane, then it is called as what? Southbound communication. Or it's together we can say it is what? North-south communication. Okay.
Yes.
And what about this controller? Controller to controller, they are like almost on the same plane, same level.
Yes.
That's the reason this is called as what? East-west communication.
East-west communication.
Okay. So
Yes.
east-west usually means what? The communication between the controllers. Whereas north-south is basically the data plane. Because originally, you know, the SD-WAN in the very beginning, what they wanted was what? From every WAN edge, they wanted to what? Decouple, right? You wanted to have the data plane only existing on the WAN edges and the control plane becoming what? Separate. Like that. So that's the reason this control plane and the WAN edge is communicating with the controller. So this was always called as what? Northbound communication. And the control plane also communicating with the data plane WAN edges, then it was called as what? Southbound. So north-south basically. Clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
So these are only terms basically. Not
So, sir, between the controller and the V edge, we didn't configure anything for control plane security like DTLS. So how did it get it?
Will happen now. It will happen now. Right now we are not done also. No, we are not completed at the moment.
Okay.
Okay, we are not done so far. We are just getting the things ready, na? Like that. Getting the things ready, basically.
Okay.
Okay. Like that. So anyway, let me just clean up this and let us go to our DC1. So we have committed now. So now you see the VH basically right now is ready. Right now it is, if I'm pinging the controller, how the communication is happening? Clear
to the
text.
controller with a clear text.
Right now this is because it's still not integrated, right? It is still not integrated. If I capture again, like how we did last time, if I capture the data, if I capture the packets on this INET router will clearly see this ping packet as ICMP packets, like that. Okay, right now, because still the WAN edges have not become part of the fabric, like that. So we are getting the things ready now, like that. Now see what I have to do. I go to now, let me open the second one so that for your references, like that. So I'm showing task 1, how to do that. Upload the WAN edge devices, that we have already done. Upload the WAN edge link, specified the serial file. Once serial file is selected, then we see all the WAN edges appearing in the WAN edge list. So that is what we did, like that. Now see what I have to do. We have to do the same thing like what we did basically for all the other components. If you remember, we copied what? The root certificate to, like that. The same way on the VHs also, we need to first copy the certificate and install that certificate on the WAN edges also. So WAN edges also must have what? A valid digitally signed certificate, like that, from the same CA server, like that. Okay,
same process as we have done in the vManage. Okay.
Because after this now, what will happen? When they are going to talk now, from after installing the certificate,
it will be encrypted.
SSL.
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, sir.
So I come back to this data in this thing, DC1. I go to V shell ls. File is not there, so I say scp admin @192.168.0.211:home/admin root ca.crt space dot. So I'm connecting from here. Password is admin So file is the file there? Yes. So we'll exit. Same what how we installed. So I'll say request root certificate chain install /home/admin the thing install verification show certificate root certificate pipe include test, and now this guy also has that certificate. One second. Okay, so now this guy is there ready. So now DC1 also has a certificate now. Okay, now next thing is what? This VH now, this VH has to basically, submit. This VH now has to basically say, okay, it has to submit to the fabric that, okay, I want to become part of the fabric now, like that. And it has to basically specify, okay, this is my chassis number and this will be my serial number. This will be my, that serial number, like that. And then what will happen? VBond will check. See now, when we uploaded that serial file, when we uploaded that serial file, in the serial file, what we got? In the serial file, we got what? All these are the WAN edges, VH cloud devices, right? And if you see for every VH cloud, there is what? A chassis number. There is a chassis number and there is a token number. That means these controllers, they will only accept those WAN edges who specify this chassis number and this token number. If I specify this chassis number and this token number, not possible. For this chassis number, this is the right now this is the token number, or this is the serial number which is valid, like that. So how it is to be done?
Sir, like now we have virtual routers, so we can put the chassis number, but in a real router, that whatever we have bought, the chassis number.
You have to provide, right? There, yes, that chassis number will be provided there, like that.
Okay, at least.
The chassis
so
number.
We cannot just bring one router second hand and we just cannot put it like this.
No, if you bring the second hand router, even if you have that second hand router, then you have to note down that chassis number and you have to provide that chassis number to Cisco. Okay.
Okay.
You have to register that chassis number. You have to say this is the device which we want to integrate in our fabric. And right now this device has this basically. So according to that, they will generate this OTP, one-time password, like that. This serial number. Chassis number has to be provided from the actual hardware, like that.
Understood.
While generating that serial file, like that. Okay, so now how to integrate this basically? To integrate this basically, what I do now, you see, let us use, for DC1, I'm going to use this chassis number. The first one I'm going to use for DC1. Okay, I can use anything. Please understand, it's not like that DC1 has to be this first one. Or if you want, you tell me which one VH cloud should I use it. Randomly you tell me which one you want me to use. The first, leave it first one, because I was thinking of using first one. I don't want to use that. You guys tell me which one you want me to use. You see there are top 5 VHs. Then in between there is some VHs, and then the last one is also a VH cloud. So which one will you want to use? One of you please tell me. First top one, second top one, third one, whatever. Can you just suggest me something? Because I want to just prove that it's not necessary. It has to go in a proper order. Basically, we can integrate any. We can use any of this chassis number. Like that.
Let's choose third one.
Third one. Okay. So let's say this is the customer. Customer decides that he is going to use the third one. So you select this third one, and over here, if you see again, those 3 dots are there. You click those 3 dots, and now what do? You have an option called as what? Generate bootstrap configuration. So you click this generate bootstrap configuration. So it will create a bootstrap configuration file. some data sheet has created some configuration. It is telling basically, this is your chassis number from same, it is matching the same over here. Then what you see automatically says this is your boss. See, first thing is what you have to first talk to your vBond like that. This is the one-time password. If you see now, this 75826 basically this is exactly matching the backside, that token number. So it has general organization name. See, it has come organization name like that, and then you see it has a certificate also. So for this particular, this serial number, and for this is the token number, for this you have some certificate below. See, like that. So vManage has created, now you don't require the XCA server. Okay. Now vManage is going to act what? Like a CA server. This is like secondary CA server. Or it is called as what? Intermediate CA server now. So like Sekhar can easily understand this concept. There is a root CA server. Root CA server. Now vManage also has its own certificate. So now vManage is going to act as what? A secondary CA server, which is also called as what? ICA, intermediate CA, like that. So for the WAN edges, we don't require to now go to the root server. When we click this bootstrap, now the vManage itself has created a server for based on this serial number, this chassis number, and this token number, or what is called as OTP, or it is called as what? Serial number, provided the organization name is this and the vBond IP is this. So based on these two parameters, accordingly now this thing has been created. Okay. So what we don't require all this thing. What we can do basically, you keep it here only. Now I go where? To my vManage. Yeah, sorry, not vManage, this VH DC1. Okay. Now over here, I'll say now command request VH cloud activate chassis number. Better to make it full screen this time, chassis number. And now what I have to do? I have to copy the chassis number. So where is it? Over here. While copying, you have to be careful. You copy correctly. No space must be there.
Sir, how it got these information through vManage or from the serial file?
Which who what you are talking about? Can you repeat?
These information it already have like vBond, organization name.
See, I'm doing this where on vManage, no? So vManage already knows that he belongs to this organization name because the fabric is the family is already established, no?
Okay.
And in the family, the vBond is already, everybody knows vBond IP address.
Okay.
And if you remember that serial file, when we defined the serial file, on the serial file also, the customer had to provide what? The organization name and the vBond IP.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Right. So that parameter is matching here. Same thing. So based on that parameter only, this serial number and this chassis number has been generated. So now what I do, I copy. Okay. I come back to the DC and I paste it. Then space token. Then again I go back there and select this OTP carefully.
Sir, you double click. No. That words will get clicked. No, no?
I have another method also. I'll show you that also. Wait, hold on. So I say copy this one now. I'll come back to this guy and paste this also now. And I say enter. Okay. While it is doing this, I go back here. I close this. You observe carefully. See now here what is happening. Bootstrap, it is showing bootstrap configuration generated because we generated that. And now observe carefully here. See now this V edge is basically registering itself. Observe this carefully, and there you see now, see a certificate has been installed.
Okay.
And you see here the host name has appeared, and now you see that token number is gone. Instead of that, what has happened? A serial number has come. And now where is this serial number? So if I go here now to this thing CLI, I say show control connections. So you see now it is telling it has established a DTLS communication with vSmart, with vManage, and vBond. It is already there. See here, vSmart, vBond, vManage, and on which port for every controller it is using a different port from that to 1 2 3 4 2 3 6 like that 2 3 4 like that 2 3 6 1 2 3 4 6 1 2 4 4 6 1 2 6 4
Even
6
numbers.
So it has established this basically communication. And show control local properties. When I do this command, and you see here it says certificate status installed, root CA certificate also installed, certificate validity is valid. See, it has got a certificate valid for this is the certificate validity basically like that of the root CA, because root CA, if you remember, it was 10 years certificate like that. Then you see vBond IP address, it is showing like that. Site ID which we specified like that. Protocol, it is telling it will be used will be now what? DTLS. System IPC mandatory part like that. Chassis number, if you remember, this is what the chassis number we provided. And now serial number, see this serial number got generated. Now token number becomes invalid. Serial number is there 64068, and the same thing we see in vManage also 64068E4A. And now, and if you see on the left side, you see like a certain, like a certificate icon.
So if we just scroll the mouse over one of the other, this one, what will it will show, sir, that round one?
Only token generated.
Token generated. Okay.
Right now, only token, one time token is there, which we have to use like that. If I do this mistake, we'll do error also. One I have generated now successfully. Okay, we'll do some mistake also. Don't worry. So now we go to the dashboard, and now you see here one Vantage integrated, and you see here 12 was there total. Out of 12, one is now deployed, and the one Vantage health it is showing is what? Normal health. And who is this Vantage? Is saying this is the Vantage. And it is trying to retrieve this data. Or you can click here also, it will show from here also the Vantage. Why it is taking so long? Sometimes what happens, basically if it takes time, the best thing is what? You test do a ping test and see whether the reachability is there or not. Ping 192.168.0.211. So connectivity is there. Refresh sometimes. Yeah, see, I refresh and it comes immediately. It says this is the VH, this is the host name, this is the system IP, this is the site ID. What type of hardware it is? It is basically like a software image. It is basically a VH cloud image, basically like that. And then basically iOS version is there. It is showing it is SD-WAN 18.4.4 version. What is the chassis number? It is showing its serial number. It is showing when it was updated. It is showing now it was updated on this date, putting like that 10th, basically 10 September at this time, like that. So you see now out of 12 now one got deployed like that. Okay. So same way now what we need to do, we need to go to another device now. Now you tell me now, okay, we have, see right now we have only internet, ignore MPLS. And since in MPLS right now is not there, ignore LA2. So let me start this LA VH1 also. Now DC1 I have integrated. Does it mean that now I have to integrate DC2? Not necessary. I can integrate any vantage I want. So now out of remaining DC2, Dubai, New York, LA, VH1, you guys suggest, one of you tell me which one we want to integrate next. Which one do you want me to integrate next?
Anyone, sir?
Anyone.
Dubai.
But you give me the choice. Because Dubai, what will happen if I follow, then student will think that okay, that sequence only we have to follow. Like that. So not necessary that DC1 is done, so we have to do now DC2. So now another customer Seker says no, he wants to integrate Dubai. So what I'll do now, we go to Dubai. Okay, so let us visit Burj Khalifa.
Thank God it's Burj Khalifa only.
Or let us enjoy desert safari. So this is the Dubai vantage. What is the first thing, guys, you are going to do? What's the first thing you should do?
We want the transport,
we should check the WAN connectivity. That means the underlay. The very first thing I should do is what? Ping my controller and see, do I have reachability to these guys? And the most important controller is this one, vBond. So underlay is there. If underlay is not there, stop it. Don't do anything else. Like that. The WAN transport has to be there. Like that. And that I think I had already done last week. So if I do show run VPN 0, so this is what we have defined the default route. And if you see, netconfig are not allowed basically. In fact, you say encapsulation IPsec is already there. We don't even need to do encapsulation IPsec. IP address is all we have configured last time. System information will not be there, right? So now let us go and configure this guy also ready. So first thing will be what? We'll go to system. In system now, okay. In system now, system IP 10 dot, I don't know what is the, that is already given basically in the PDF. 7A PDF will be there. Task 3. Dubai system ID 10.144.1. For Dubai, this is the information. That's all. I'll say 10.144.1.151. Site ID. Let's say this time we'll do a mistake. We'll forget site ID. Okay. So I'm not going to do site ID. Let us go directly to now organization name. What is the organization name? vbond 192.168.0.202. So system ID I provided, organization name we have provided, and vbond. Dubai host name, let's say I'll put host name, but not as per the PDF. Later on, we'll correct it as per the PDF. See, customer has given you some requirements. So he says the host name has to be this, but purposely, because I want to show you later that the host name is not mandatory. So, but we'll give at least some name. So we'll let us say only we'll say Dubai basically V1 like that, something we'll give something quickly. Okay, because just wanted we'll correct it later. So now minimum within you should spend minimum time in CLI, get the device on board in the fabric, because once it comes in the fabric, then we can do whatever we want using a single window approach, because that is the ultimate benefit of SD-WAN or SDN, because we want to use software. Done. This is done. Then I go where VPN 0. VPN 0 will be my transport VPN. That also will be my management VPN. And for the WAN edges, basically it is always the gigabit 0/0 like that. Over here, basically I'll go inside the tunnel interface thing, encapsulation IPsec as is, you see it is already there. We'll say allow services all SSH netconf. Done. So the services have allowed. Done. Then next thing will be what? Commit is done. I go to V shell. LS certificate is not there. CA certificate is not there. So I need to get it. SCP admin @192.168.0.211:home/admin.
Capital A. Dot.
CRT space dot. That is the destination. Yes. Password is admin. LS confirmation file has come. Install the certificate. Okay. Request command. Request root certificate chain. Install. Specify the path. It is in /home/admin. File name starting with caps A, caps R. Certificate installed. Verification. Show certificate. Root certificate. Pipe. Include tests. It is showing me yes. State is Maharashtra. Country is IN India. Location is Mumbai. Organization name blah. So a well correct certificate has been installed, copied and installed. So now Dubai WAN is also ready to get integrated in the fabric. So to do that, I need to go and I need to say what? Request VH cloud. I say activate. I want to activate this cloud. So the command is activate and I specify the chassis number. So to specify the chassis number, I need to go to vManage again. I will go where? To the configuration menu, devices menu. So you see we have selected this. This is basically our VH DC1. Now which one you want me to use for Dubai? Which chassis number do you want me to use? First one, second one, last one? Again, quick, give me some suggestion. Because it has not, it's not necessary.
We will put a mix na this time. No, serial number different and chassis number different.
Okay. So
first and second maybe. Chassis number first, token number second.
Okay. So see here, you cannot see here. So I can do generate bootstrap also, or directly also I can do copy paste. Sometimes directly copy paste also works. So let's say like Shekhar is telling, let us do a mismatch like that. So I'm selecting basically this chassis number. Copy. Come to Dubai. Paste it. Space. Token TO token tab key. Come back here. And now by mistake, I'm going to copy this token number, second one. See on the left, on the left side,
State.
You see that state now it is still not it's not showing, you know, bootstrap because we did not generate the bootstrap. Now what I can do, I'll do the command show control local properties, and if I make it full screen, see your certificate status, it is telling not installed. You see here serial number, no certificate installed, token number, whatever, you know, this was the chassis number I copied and this was the token number I copied. It is not getting installed. See, down, state is down. It is trying to negotiate. vBond is not accepting the communication. vBond says no, sorry. The chassis number and the serial, the token number which you are telling me is not genuine. I'm not going to accept this. See here. System IP is there, yes. It's not working like that. So what to do? Let us come back again here. Observe carefully, guys. I'm going to refresh this for the first one. What is the token number starting just first few characters?
FE,
it is FE
0077.
Okay, this is. Let us refresh and see. Some refresh. The token number has changed. No, the token number,
that is same.
I think the whole thing has remained same. Okay, like that. Okay, no problem. So we go back to our DC1. I'll go up again. I'll say request. I say VH. I'm a VH basically. Okay, see here actually when you say request, you have to specify basically, you know, what will be the the hardware basically. You have to specify. So we are basically doing what? We activate VH Cloud with this unique ID basically.
So there is a certificate also, sir. Request certificate.
Request certificate we already did. No, we installed that already.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm saying now request VH Cloud, activate the chassis number. So come back here now. Again, we'll copy this chassis number, the first one. Copy from here. Space token number. Let us see the state changing now. We have specified the correct chassis number. We have specified the correct token number. Or like that, we can do the same command. Show control local properties. And you see it's still basically showing certificate status not installed. Certificate serial number is not getting installed. Chassis number. What is the problem now?
So site ID and other things not given.
Site ID is not 0, it is showing. System IP I have provided, right? So system IP, it says, okay, I find system IP, we want IP is correct, organization name is acceptable, like that. So this we are just, providing all this information. Yes, I'm belonging to this organization. He is my boss, like that. This is my own ID, like that. This is my chassis number. This is my one-time token number, OTP. So when he's entering all this thing, one information is missing. Site ID is missing, like that. So it's not happening, correct? If you see here also, still did not change. The icon did not change. It is still showing what? Just token generated. Maybe somebody will say, let us do that bootstrap, try using bootstrap. So let us generate bootstrap and do it. Okay, let us generate bootstrap and do it. Okay, so let us see this now from here also. Let us try from here also, third time also. Request VH Cloud activate chassis number. Token number. So now see, for this one is bootstrap is generated. Let's see now, it is getting converted to certificate symbol, or through command line also we can see. If I do the command,
I didn't understand, sir, here.
Still not happening.
Yeah, it is downloading certificate, sir. I can see the icon got changed.
Icon changed, yes.
This is the, no, not icon change. This is that bootstrap it is showing. I did bootstrap, no? But you see, only bootstrap, the certificate icon has not changed. It has not become certificate. If you see here, it says certificate installed. But here, if you see, this is not showing still. The reason.
So bootstrap will, after bootstrap it will not change the icon like.
Yeah, it should go now, because but the thing is that the vantage basically is not providing one information. And what is that information which is missing? Site ID.
Site ID.
So if I still one more time, last time I see still no certificate is also no. So now what to do? Let us go back here. Config mode. Go to system menu. Specify the site ID 144. Committed. Okay. And again we'll say request VH Cloud activate chassis number. Chassis number remains same. Okay. But the thing is that now this token number, once we have used it now, this will not become, it will not be there. So what we have to do, see, you have an option called as a decommission vantage. So I'll select this now first. I've selected this one. I'll click this three dot. I'll say decommission. So it will become, say, are we sure you want to decommission this device? Yes. Actually, I provided the site ID and the certificate got installed also. That certificate icon had already come there. But anyway, now no problem. You see now, see the token number. It's not the same now again. See?
No, it's different.
So now what I do again, let's say we say generate bootstrap. So token chassis number remains same. I go to this vantage now, Dubai. Chassis number paste. Space token. And then
so site ID? Oh, site ID given.
I did. In fact, when I gave the site ID, certificate got installed already,
Okay.
But they were saying to wait, it was changing the icon.
No, but before that, it was not like that happening. That icon changed because of that bootstrap, like that. Now OTP is different. You cannot use the same OTP. Copy, close. Paste. Now this icon will change.
Sir, when you are doing the lab, okay, and when another person is doing the lab, so the chassis numbers will be same only, right? That chassis numbers, whichever given,
that serial
those
file will
chassis
be,
numbers will be
yes,
same
serial
his
file
lab
will
and
be,
my
yes,
lab,
yes,
right?
yes, it will, chassis number will come same, like that. Okay. And you know,
Only the token will be different.
one thing is that serial file basically, okay, I'll not be sharing the serial file with you. I will install that whenever you are done, like whenever your controller integration is done, right? And then you want to start integrating your WAN edges. Okay, you want, so that time you have to text me in the group, and whoever is practicing, for every person I'm going to integrate that WAN edge. I'll copy that file and I'll integrate this, upload the WAN edge file for you. I cannot share that serial file. Okay, I will
Also,
install
it will allow only 11 devices, right? If
altogether 12.
altogether 12, if let's say 5 people are using their lab.
No. Individual, your everybody's lab is separate.
But the serial file is same, right?
But serial file is same, means you are integrating inside your lab, na?
Yeah. Okay.
See, I understood the question. See, if we would have used smart account, we would have got caught. But since we have already, we are uploading a file that is offline type. Correct or not, sir?
Yes, correct. And you are working in your own lab environment. For everybody's lab, and you don't have to worry. This serial number, you don't have to worry. Whenever your controller integration is done, whenever you say that you want to upload the WAN edges, just let me know in the WhatsApp, or you can just give me a missed call, WhatsApp missed call, and I will immediately come online and we will upload that serial file for that person who is practicing. And once you see this list, then I'll exit. Okay, like that. This file will not be there. I will not keep, this is like, it will not remain over here basically. Once it is done, I will basically simply delete this file. Okay, so see, 2 devices integrated. Now sometimes what happens, you see, I generated bootstrap. You generate this bootstrap, okay, and you are trying to, you from the bootstrap, whatever that thing comes, you copy the chassis number, you copy the serial number. Sometimes it doesn't work like that. Okay, if you'll observe these chassis numbers, okay, this is VH cloud. This VH cloud, if you see the chassis numbers, they are what? All the chassis numbers are alpha. Basically, if you see, all the chassis numbers are alphanumeric, right? But if you compare the VH cloud chassis number and the CSR chassis numbers, now in Cisco product line, basically the chassis numbers are always basically what? Uppercase. You see here, the chassis numbers are all uppercase, whereas in the VH family, the chassis numbers were all lowercase, like that. So sometimes what happens, sometimes the lowercase doesn't work. The chassis number lowercase doesn't work, so you have to basically make it uppercase and then paste it in the on the VH. This you have to do that sometime, and that is what I have explained in my PDF. 7B I have explained in my PDF. This we have already done. Task 3, we installed the certificate. Then task 4, basically, I've shown, see, generate the bootstrap configuration. copy, you can copy the generated configuration in a Word file. Like, okay, let me show you one. Let me generate this bootstrap for this this second one. I'll say generate the bootstrap. So you just select like that something, this lines, right click, copy, close this, minimize this. Now you need to have basically, you on your computer you might be having MS Word. Basically, if you have Word, open MS Word. Where is my Word? This Word file is there. Suppose what you do, you paste your configuration over here. Okay, and then in Word basically we have the option to what? Change the case, correct? In Word. Notepad, I don't think so Notepad has that option. Right click, suppose if I do, I don't think so Notepad option is there. But in Word we have the option. Where is that option?
To change the font here, calibrate.
No, here see.
Yes, okay.
Uppercase like this. So this you have to make it uppercase. So we'll try this one also now. So okay, once this is there, I copy this again because Word is there. On your machines you don't have Word. So your laptop, do you have MS Word?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll open a text file here from Word. I can keep it edited according to my requirement like this. Now you see, let us try this one now. So we go to where? A third WAN edge. So we have done DC1 and DC2. Okay. Now next, which device you want me to integrate? DC1 we have done and Dubai we have done. 2 devices we have done. Third one, which you want me to suggest? New York, LA, or DC2? Which one you want me to do?
Let's do New York.
Okay, New York. So click New York. Login. Underlay reachability 192.168.0.202. That's it. Show run system, I'll check. Okay. Show run system will check. So it's not there. Let us configure system. So we have seen that system IP and system site ID is very important, along with organization name and this thing. So system IP 10.133.1.151, site ID 133, organization name test lab -SD-WAN, vBond IP 192.168.0.202. This is very important. Host name, again I'll just give some host name. We'll correct all the host name later on as per the PDF, as per the lab PDF. Right now, just for namesake, I will say basically New York 1 NY1 something, commit. Then I go to VPN 0, go inside the interface G0/0, go inside the tunnel interface, encapsulation IPsec is already there, but even if I do, like if you follow, do it better so that you'll remember that encapsulation IPsec has to be there. Then allow services, all up arrow, SSH, up arrow, netconf, done. This part is done. Commit. Then next will be what? Certificate. So I go inside the vshell ls, root certificate is not there. SCP admin @ vmanage IP address 0.211:/home/admin. File name is root ca.crt space dot. Yes, done. File is there. Exit the shell. Now install the first certificate request, root certificate chain, install /home/admin. File name starts with this. Certificate installed. Now I say request vh activate the chassis number. So I'll provide the chassis number somewhere from over here. So this time, see, I'm copying the uppercase chassis number. I converted it to uppercase. For uppercase only, I used Microsoft Word because I don't know in Notepad there is option to do that. Paste space token number. Go to my Notepad file. Token number is this one. So we are doing this one now, second one. And there you see this one also got integrated. So directly also works, or if sometimes directly doesn't work, then what you have to do, you have to make it uppercase. But if you see, in case of Cisco devices, it will be always uppercase. You cannot have basically lowercase. So the serial number itself is coming by default uppercase only. So we already seen out of these three, two worked without even making it uppercase also. But I wanted to show you all the possibilities. That's the reason, as per my PDF. See, this is what I have written in my PDF basically. Change the case, copy to a Word file. Change the also on numeric, this one UID to uppercase only. Copy the uppercase UID chassis number and paste it in the VH Cloud CLI command like that. Or as I said, directly you copy paste as it is. That also worked like that. Token number is case sensitive. You should not make it uppercase. Only chassis number. Otherwise, token number also, if you are making it uppercase, no. For example, I'll show you. The command is already there. Request space VH Cloud space activate space chassis number. Then you have to paste the chassis number here. Then space token. Then you have to paste the token number. And then finally, for verification, show control local properties. When you do this command from the CLI, you should see certificate status installed and a serial number generated for this particular chassis number. For the chassis number, a specific some serial number. That token should become invalid. Token should not be there. And also same thing as I said, also verify the same from the vmanage controller. You go to the devices. In the devices also you can check, or in the dashboard you should see the counter incrementing by 1. So over here also If this serial number is appearing, that means now the devices have been integrated, and you see their host names also visible. Whatever host name we specified, they are visible. And again, if I go to the dashboard, you see my family becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. Now you see these guys have 3 kids. See, three. Which are the 3 WAN edges currently integrated? It shows the 3 WAN edges also here. If it doesn't come immediately, best thing is what? Just do a page refresh. We manage. There you see, it is showing this is New York is there. Its system IP, site ID is must. So if system IP is not there, site ID is not there, it will not work. Same way SSH and netconf is also required. Okay, guys.
Yes, sir.
So same way my fabric. Now who is left? We go to DC2 now. Log into DC2. Underlay reachability always first. Pinging means good. Go to config mode. Go to system menu. Specify the system IP 10.122.1. Now see, this is DC2. There is already one VH. So the first VH in a location, I said is IP address end in what? 151. Second VH in the same location, its IP address cannot be 151 now. So I specify for DC2 152. Site ID, now DC1 and DC2, physically, geographically, they are in the same location. So site ID can be same. Yes, site ID can be same, but is it mandatory that site ID has to be same? No. And that's the reason, to make it clear, purposely I'm going to give the site ID for DC2 a different. If you remember DC1 site ID I gave 1221. 1221 I gave, okay, and I'm giving 122 2. That means this is the second vantage in that location, like that. If I have basically third vantage, I can keep it site ID 1223 and its IP address ending in 153, 151, 152, 153, like 151 series. Basically, I've kept it for the vantages, like that. Organization name test lab -SD-WAN, copy paste or type, it's up to you. Rebond is mandatory, so this 4 information is mandatory, and this last 2 information is non-changeable, it cannot change. Rebond is correct, organization is correct. Okay, can I go directly to VPN 0? Yes, we can go from one mode to the other mode directly also. In over here, interface is gigabit 0/0 over here also. Tunnel properties, allowed services all, SSH, netconf, done, commit. Go to vshell scp admin @192.168.0.211:/home/admin or capital root ca.crt space dot for the destination. Yes, I want to connect. Password is admin. ls file has been copied. Exit the shell, install the certificate, request root certificate chain, install /home/admin root ca.certificate thing request vh activate chassis number, and then I come back to vmanage, go again to the configuration devices menu. We have one more vh over here. Now I'll again, this time again I'll do directly copy paste from here without even uppercase or without even generating the bootstrap. Let us try this one now without generating. But you have to be careful while copying and pasting. DC2 chassis number I pasted, space token copy paste. You have to give some time because negotiation verification will require some time. And
Done,
you
I
see,
think.
and you see fourth one is done, and verification from the CLI. The command is show control local properties. We should see serial number here, and on top both root CA also we should see, and certificate status also we should see installed, and certificate validity also must be valid like that. And you see site ID 1222 I gave like that. And dashboard also should show me the counter incrementing as in when, and there you see now 4 advantages it is showing. Now only one left is what? The LA1. So we'll go finally to LA1. So I am basically it is showing some LA1 hostname, like maybe I have given like that, ping reachability. Good. Go to config mode, go to system menu, system IP 10.133.1, not 133, it is 111.1.151 LA1. Site ID will be 111. Organization name, test lab, SD-WAN, vbond IP 192.168.0.202. Go to VPN 0 interface. His space also doesn't accept. It has to be GE0/0. Hold.
Hello?
Yes.
Audio is not.
I think Sir is just doing the lab here. He's not talking.
Okay.
Sir, are you talking? Hello? 1 minute.
Hello, hello, hello.
Sir. Sir,
Yes.
your voice was not coming for some time. That's why.
That is what I was thinking. Why none of you are, responding? Because I was asking. Now is it okay?
Now it is okay.
Okay, okay. So what I'm saying is same exactly copy, same, same method for all the advantages, same thing, right? So I have already detailed this in my this thing lab PDF basically. Once you are installed successfully, same repeat the same procedure for integrating all the remaining VH cloud devices in the fabric. So that is what I did basically, and I shown you like straight away. We one time how we did. One time I straight away did what I have shown you. Straight away you do copy paste the chassis number and the token number. The other way we did bootstrap, generated the bootstrap, then what we did from the bootstrap again we did copy paste, and then in the third method I shown you that once you generate that bootstrap message, what you do, you convert that this chassis number to uppercase using Microsoft Word, like that, because sometimes it doesn't accept, sometimes it doesn't accept, but today you have seen it has accepted the lower cases very smoothly. I was able to integrate everything. For troubleshooting, what we did in one particular manage, what I did, I missed out the site ID. So site ID is mandatory, system IP is mandatory. So if any one of that information is missing, the certificate installation won't be successful. All right.
Yes, sir.
So now the fabric is ready. Now we have the fabric ready basically. Now all the communication between these components will not happen clear text. The communication will no longer happen clear text now. Okay, let us go to init router or capturing doesn't start. Why?
Sir, the Wireshark is there or not? No.
How come Wireshark is not there when I installed this?
Sir, that client tools, if you install, everything comes.
Yeah.
Anyway, you just put the Wireshark.
Dashboard showing from 5 managers. See, like that, sometimes if this image get distorted, no, you have to just make it full screen and just refresh. Like that.
So now, sir, whoever does the lab, while going out, he should shut down the lab, right?
Yes, that should be the best method.
Shut down the lab and close the lab.
Yeah, you close the lab
log
and
off
log
properly.
out. Yeah, proper. Yes. Graceful shutdown must be there. Don't just leave the lab, so that maybe for somebody else, the next guy it will be an issue. So whenever anybody is practicing, that's the reason, if you guys just whenever you are want to practice, put it in the WhatsApp group so that everybody will be aware that okay, this guy is practicing from this time to this time, like that. So that the other guy should not provided the same VM you are using any desk. Two different should not have any issues, I think so.
Yes.
Okay, what I was trying to do. Okay, let us go to the iNet router.
Wireshark, sir. Here I think you just put the
Wireshark shall be installed because I think client I already had that client this thing,
Or maybe you can do it through debugs only for now. Later on we can.
We'll try with debug only. Let us see what happens on debug now. So iNet debug IP packet detail. And now you say continuously messages are going on.
Sir, it will be difficult with debug, sir, because it will not be ping packets. It will be IPsec packets now. So
first of all, you see now enabled and disabled. You see what are the connections? What is this traffic going on? If you see the UDP port number 1236 basically. So this is all DTLS. See.
Yes.
So now the communication is happening between. See, this is vSmart, and if I go up, see this is vBond, like that. So you see vSmart, vBond. There, every see this is a WAN edge. 44 basically means what? Dubai. This is a Dubai WAN edge. This is I think LA WAN edge. So everybody is sending, they're continuously sending some messages like keep alive to all the controllers, and this keep alive are also going through what? DTLS now. They're continuously testing, checking the controllers are there or not, or the controllers are continuously checking. See, this is 22.151, 180.22 basically means what? Data center. 151 basically this means what? DC1, like that. 44 basically means Dubai. So all the WAN edges, see, this is basically DC2, 152, 122, 152 means DC2. So DC2 is also, communicating with, you see, everybody is, talking to each other, see, and the communication between them, basically, control information, all the data plane, basically, only data plane information will not come under DTLS. That we'll do later because we have to now set up the, the LAN side, basically. Right now we are done only the WAN side. So now this part is done. Right now all the devices basically they're able to communicate like this. Right now this communication basically this is secured now. The communication between them is secured right now. Like that. Okay. What is a VPN here?
It is DTLS.
VPN 0. This is a VPN. This is a transport VPN. And this is also over what? Same inbound. This is basically in-band management, right?
Yes.
So our management VPN is also same. This is in-band management, because we have not configured anything. All the communication, whatever is happening, it is happening through the same thing. And tomorrow when the data plane traffic is going to come, that traffic is also going to go on the same links, like that. Right? So this communication is all happening through this internet cloud. And that's the reason when I did that debug on this internet cloud, right now what I can see is only DTLS communication happening, like that. Continuously DTLS communication will be there. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Any question, guys?
No.
Sir, you said for that serial file, right? You will upload.
So whenever once you are done, once your controllers part is done, dashboard part is done.
For me, I think I have already done. So can you?
Okay, I'll upload you whenever you will practice. Let me know, that time I'll upload and keep it for you. You start your vManage. You take the vManage console, keep it ready, okay, and then text to me like that. Start your lab, see everything is working. Then you text me. Keep your vManage like this. What I'm saying basically like this. Where is it basically?
So console means through the okay.
This one I'm talking about. The dashboard. Keep the dashboard ready like this. You'll see your counters will be here. What? 0, right?
Yes. Yes.
And over here also this WAN inventory, WAN edge inventory also will be 0.
0.
Right.
You have to go where? Configuration devices menu.
Right.
And this page you have to show me. This page will be empty for you.
Okay.
And then I will click this. I will upload the email, this WAN edge list for you. Okay, then you can continue.
After that, the charges number and token number we have.
Then you follow the PDF number 7A and 7B.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
But the condition is 3. These things should be integrated, right?
The controllers have to be integrated. That's the reason in the dashboard, this thing must be there. Because in the dashboard, this counter must show as up arrow, green arrow. vBond must show 1 up arrow, and vManage already will be there like that. Okay. So 3 controllers they have to be up.
Okay. I have one out of topic question.
Tell me. Yes, please. Yes. What is it?
There is a rumor that for learning SD-WAN, we have to learn Python. Is it mandatory?
No, not needed. See, if you see, Python ultimately means what? Again, scripting basically, right?
Yes.
Means again what? CLI.
Right.
SDN main concept is what? We don't want to do CLI.
Actually, I think there is no interrelation between Python.
No.
Yeah. That is.
If somebody has Python knowledge, somebody has that scripting knowledge, yes, that can be an additional benefit. Maybe you can do something more. That is there. Okay, like that. Like using some API and all, you can basically, somebody, if you have some expertise in Python, then you can create some scripts and basically, using some API, you can do that also, some additional things. But as far as normal SD-WAN is concerned, it is totally a GUI experience.
So, sir, as of now, I'm working for the data center. So, how help it will be?
If you're in data center and all, you over there, you will have, if you have basically a Cisco environment, you will have the ACI over there, like that.
So, this SD-WAN will help, right, for this?
Because almost identical configuration will be there. Almost identical understanding is there. Like here, you have here we have 3 separate controllers, right, doing the job.
Right.
But even though there are 3 separate controllers, ultimately the window is what? Single window, right?
Right.
So in data center environment also, you will have only one ACI window will be there. Inside that ACI window, you have that controller name is called as what over there basically. Let me just clean up this. In case of basically, this thing, data center, you have basically the environment is called as what? Application centric infrastructure. In this application centric infrastructure, what basically you have some controller basically. You have some this controller like this, and this controller in this ACI it is called as what? Epic. Application policy, infrastructure config like that. This Epic.
So the concepts both are same.
Yes, same. This you are basically ultimately connected through your laptop to this software basically. You are connected to this software, and then this software is actually connected in data center. What you have basically? You have the switches basically, correct? You'll have so many hundreds of switches. On these switches, you'll have basically all the servers, everything will be there, right? This is the architecture for data center, basically spine leaf environment. So this Epic control over there also actually in Cisco over there also in live production environment, Cisco recommends to the customer you should have at least 3 Epic controllers. There have to be 3 Epic controllers like that. There also is the requirement is what you need to have 3 Epic controllers. So concept is same. Only thing is that the dashboard will be little different, and certain these steps also will be different. But concept remains same. Using a software only, you will be doing everything like that with some basic initial configuration on the switches, and then the switches will get automatically discovered in the fabric like that.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
SDN, see the SDN framework is same, whether it is for data center, whether it is for LAN, or whether it is for WAN. You will have some servers known as controllers, and whatever is your basically hardware. If it is WAN, it is basically WAN routers. If it is basically LAN, then in the LAN basically the hardware is usually the switches basically. In data center also they are the switches, but in LAN the switches are different and the data center switches are different. In a data center environment, basically the switches are basically the Nexus switches. So, but thing is that like sitting in a single window environment, you are basically going to manage all the other devices like that. Okay, guys.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
So fabric integration we are completed today like that. Tomorrow basically we'll continue with further labs basically. Okay.
When will you upload today's recording?
Today it's now means maybe within 1.5 hours, because once it gets once it gets converted, then I'll immediately upload it. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Please include both IFX and Gmail mail IDs.
I'll send on both. Or will include all your IFX email IDs as well as Gmail also, both.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. And then because if I do Gmail, then sometimes Gmail won't work. If I do IFX, then sometimes IFX doesn't work. So better I will, that's the reason I've saved your email IDs in one text file, and I'll just copy paste to your IFX IDs as well as Gmail IDs for all of you.
The previous 2 recordings, are they full recording? I think it was some of the part was missing in it.
All the recordings, whatever that day I recorded, I uploaded, because they all got saved inside one single folder only for that day.
It's mentioned a day 2 recording only in our earlier mail.
It was only two recordings of 1.5 hours each, almost.
Just hold on. Let me check my parent.
That was for day 2. Day 1 was not shared, it seems.
Day 1 also, yes, I had said. See, day 2 basically there were altogether 3 recordings which I shared basically. Okay, and day 1 there were altogether 4 recordings.
So we are yet to receive it even via Gmail or something.
How come like that? Okay, anyway, then anyway, there. Okay, see that you download it immediately and today itself. Now, if I'm uploading it, you download because it will eat up the space. Then, anyway, I will now upload them now once more.
Yeah.
At least day 1, day 2, you please guys upload it, download it today itself. That I'm going to now. Okay.
And sir, please share on Gmail IDs also because IPEX it is blocking and we cannot open Gmail in IPEX laptop.
So I'll share, as I said, no, I'll share it on for both IPEX as well as Gmail, both.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, then we continue tomorrow, same time morning, 10 o'clock, everyone.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then.
Sir, you log off and I will do lab.
Yeah, hold on, but let me just first say everything. Don't rush immediately. Just give me some time. Let me gracefully stop everything.
Okay.
Okay. Otherwise, I'll get kicked out, or you will not get. You will not enter, or I will not get. Something will happen. Okay. So give me some time. Okay, 10-15 minutes. Just give me.
Yes, sir. You just WhatsApp me.
Okay. Once I'm done, I'll tell you that I'm disconnecting.
Okay.
Okay. All right, guys. Let me stop the thing. See you tomorrow, 10 o'clock. Okay. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.